Hello everyone, this is Kim Ware, and this morning I'm going to cover everything you need to know to be successful in COM 115. COM 115 is interpersonal communication, and it's a fun class filled of time spent learning about how it is that we communicate with other people when there's just two of us. There are other areas of communication where we look at small groups. We can look at organizations, business communication, even performance. But today, all you need to focus on is this class, and it's COM 115. To get started, I want to tell you about the outlet for the course. So basically, the course is set up in two different segments. We're going to have the first 4 weeks and the second 4 weeks. The first half, the first 4 weeks, is all focused on the foundation of interpersonal communication. So we're going to cover things like your self-concept, understanding who you are as a communicator. It's very difficult to understand how you will communicate with other people if you don't first understand yourself. So we're going to work through some processes. Some of you have already turned in your first assignment, which starts that process. We're also going to look at a couple theoretical foundations. A lot of times people kind of turn their nose up at theory, but I happen to love it because theory has been researched and experiments have been done and analysis has happened, and theory is important because it helps us explain and predict things that happen. So with a mild theoretical foundation, you too can help predict the outcome of circumstances and also explain why communication maybe happened the way it did. In the second half of the course, the second 4 weeks, we're going to take all the foundation that we built up in the first 4 weeks, and we're going to start applying it to very particular circumstances, such as friendships, family, and the workplace. Even a little bit of romance is going to be thrown in there. We're also going to spend a fair amount of time looking at conflict, which, I mean, come on, conflict is bound to happen. And the important thing to know right now is that conflict is not always bad. In fact, conflict can help us understand each other better and help push us towards better relationships, better communication. So I am just super excited to see how you all move through it and what you think of it. Next, I want to turn your attention to assignment expectations. I know, something is expected of you, but don't worry. I am not a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. I hope that I'm very reasonable to work with because what I want for you is to learn. That is my number one goal. I want learning to take place. I want you to start this course and finish this course feeling like you've gained something and that you've got more information in you that you not only know, but that you're able to apply. And realistically, communication does take time. It is practice, and everyone is always changing. And so we're always and ever practicing communication. Even someone who is an expert in the field, or supposedly, I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly working on this too because I have a job and I have a husband and I have a family and I have children and I'm involved in all these different organizations. So we're always and ever practicing and honing our communication skills. So with your assignment expectations, one thing I want to encourage you to do is ask questions before you submit your assignment. It really saves us both a lot of time if you will ask me those questions, even if you get started on your assignment late, go ahead and ask me those questions before you submit. And if I don't respond to you right away, you can hold off just a little bit on submitting your assignment so that we have time to work through those things together so that you can learn, right? And so that you don't spend time turning in something that's incorrect, and I don't spend time having to give you revisions for something you're gonna have to turn in again anyway. So let's get those questions asked before you submit your assignment. Now, of course, if you don't have a chance to do that, or there's an area that you need to work on a little bit for further mastery, You can always, always, always resubmit your assignment. Again, learning. I want you to learn. I want you to master the concepts that we're talking about. Second, I'd like for you to write the best that you can. So I'm not looking for award-winning writing or scholarship, but I do want you to try to write your best. I would very much like to see a rephrasing of all questions in a topic sentence. For example, if I ask you, what are the assignment expectations for this class? Question mark. Your written response would start with, the assignment expectations for this class are going on. So then you've got a topic sentence. You also have a complete sentence. Along with writing the best you can, I would really encourage you to use proper capitalization, proper punctuation, and proper formatting for paragraphs, as well as spell check. Go ahead and take some time to proofread before you submit your assignments. Now let's talk about that late policy that I have. I really want to give you all points for everything. If you do all the work in this class, there is absolutely no reason why you should not get an A. Everyone is completely capable of getting an A in this class. So if you need to submit something late, just let me know. Send me an email and say, hey, could I have maybe until Tuesday to submit this assignment? My weekend got crazy, because I understand that we all have crazy busy lives sometimes, and it can be really difficult to get to everything when it needs to be got to. So just communicate with me and we'll work through it together so you can get your assignment submitted. Next, let's talk about my response time. So I'm teaching in an online environment, which I love because it allows me to work at odd hours. Generally, I will respond to you, either your text message or your inbox message, within 24 hours. I try to take Sundays off. So I do a lot of work on Saturday mornings, and I usually stop around noon. If you text me late Saturday afternoon, it's likely that I won't respond to you until Monday. If it is an emergency, of course, you're welcome to call me. I'm going to provide my voice telephone number as well as my text number later on in the live event. I also have those posted in the announcements. Feedback for your assignments will happen within a 1 to 5 day period. Generally, it takes me no longer than 3 days to grade the work that you've submitted. Now, Yellow Dig. Everybody loves Yellow Dig. So let's talk about that. Why Yellow Dig? Why do we need to do this? Well, research shows that it is better to learn with a group of people so you can have conversation back and forth. The regurgitation and conversation surrounding concepts also helps you solidify that knowledge. And everybody likes to be in community. As you're going to see through this course, people need to have a place to belong. It's something that we're all searching for. It's something that we all want, whether we think we do or we don't. So Yellow Dig provides an opportunity for that, for this class, because you are going to see people in this class that you might see in other classes. And isn't it nice to see a friendly name or a friendly face in another class that you are taking, or to see someone in here that you've seen before? So let's build some awesome community and post on Yellow Dig as much as we can. How do I grade you for Yellow Dig? The points accumulate on their own as you post. You can earn badges for your posts, as well as when you respond to others, and for the posts that you make. You may notice that I am updating your score regularly. So you have an opportunity to earn 100 points at the beginning of the course and 100 points for the second half of the course. So the first 4 weeks, 100 points. The second 4 weeks, 100 points, for a total of 200 points. I'm going to update those every week so you can see where you stand with your points. It's not the end of your grade, but it gives you some accountability if you've procrastinated a little bit with Yellow Dig, or you've had a hard time getting to it, so that you know where you are with it. Yellow Dig is probably the easiest 200 points that you can earn. Every week, I'm going to post a Spark with questions for you to answer. I'll also here and there post pictures, or I'll ask you questions on your post so that you have someone to respond to. I'll do a poll. I'll give some midweek conversation starters to help you along with that process. Earn as many points as you possibly can. Point number 3 of this slide. One way that you can earn a ton of points is to respond to people who write to you. So if you have a post, we'll say your name is Joe, and then someone named Tom responds underneath of you. They ask you a question, or maybe not, and then you respond back to Tom. You're going to get a badge for your original post, 5 points. That's big money. And then if you respond to Tom, you're going to get another badge. So that's 10 points out of one post. Then let's say Jane jumps in and she posts to you. You post back to her. That's another badge. That's 15 points for one post. And it really helps you continue to build community in the course, which is what I really want to see happen. And of course, there's always that learning thing that we're working on. Now, finally, if you have any questions about this live event, just let me know. I am here for you. I am your biggest advocate. I want to see you succeed because I know that you can. And I fully believe in this material. I believe that it is worthwhile. And I believe that it's going to improve the quality of your ability to communicate in your personal life and your professional life. So all my information is here. You can take some time to jot it down. It is also posted in the announcements and a couple other places in the course. So I do hope to hear from you. I look very forward to working with you, and I think it's going to be awesome. So let's do this. Thank you.